Hey, welcome to the Bitcoin Bull. Okay, today we're gonna take a look and see what Bitcoin is doing today. Yeah, it's making a drop, making people nervous again, but we're gonna see what it should be doing today. Then we'll take a look at some news. Or the news, the best strategy for investing in the Bitcoin, what we do here on this channel, what I do. So I'll show you that. It's basically altcoin roundup. Smart investors don't just buy dips, they dollar cost average. So I'll explain what that's about and show you how you can do that. And then towards the end of the video, we'll take a look and see what Bitcoin should be doing in the next several days, weeks, and months from now. And also a quick overview on what the whole cryptocurrency marketplace is doing. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at the hour chart. And by the way, if you give me a like on this video, I'd really appreciate that. That will help grow the channel. And also subscribe if you want to stay up to date on what Bitcoin is doing, any the Bitcoin news, so you don't miss out on any important information. So this is Bitcoin today. This is the hour chart, and as you can see, we were doing really good. We were in this. Here, let me mark this. We were in this bullish trend, this upward trend right here, which was great. Bitcoin was doing really good. And we broke this channel, this upward bullish channel, clearly broke it. So yeah, let's go ahead and remove these lines here, clean up the chart some, because we are clearly out of this channel now. So let's get this out of the way and this out of the way. All right, so yeah, we are back into, zoom out a little bit. So we are in this channel here now, and today we should be in here. Today we should be anywhere from here. This is the most likely scenario. Anywhere in here. It should not drop below. It's very close, but it should not drop below this resistance, this support line here. If it does, which I don't think it will, that would be too much of a drop. But if it does, then here, let me zoom out a little bit more. If it does drop, then don't get worried. What will most likely happen is that at the most it would drop to here, and then it would work its way to the tip of this triangle here, and then break out and get back into this channel here. But I don't really see that happening. For today, we should be, like I said, in this whole area here. It should not break. It's trying to, but it should not break. And as soon as it does break, I don't think it will be today, but as soon as it breaks here, we'll be out of this bearish channel and working our way back up again. So today, the most likely scenario, three scenarios, well, several scenarios. One is that it breaks here, but I don't see that happening. What could most likely happen is that we'll keep going down, but like just riding this down like a slide, this support line here. Another thing that could happen is that we could stay in this resistance here. Kind of do this, and then tomorrow either go up or down, because this is kind of a resistance here. As you can see, this is where the shoulders are for this head and shoulders formation. Here's the shoulders. There's another resistance. This is a kind of a resistance line here where we're at right now. So it could hang out around here today. It's another possibility. Another possibility is that we can go ahead and start working our way back up again to the top of this channel. Bitcoin has been on the floor for a long time, so I see more possibilities of Bitcoin going up than going down, but since today is not a very good day, yeah, most likely be hugging this or hanging out here, and then tomorrow going up. That's most likely what would happen. But yeah, anywhere in this area here is most likely to happen. So another good day to buy if you don't buy all in at once in case it keeps going down a little more, you can buy some more. I'll explain now. Let's see the strategy. What the best way to invest in Bitcoin is. It's this right here. The crypto market may be down from its all-time highs. Yes, it's very low. Bitcoin's very low, but dollar cost average is the best way to build long-term profits. So what it is basically you buy the dips, but not just buying the dips. You have to buy more on the low dips and buy less on the dips that aren't so low. So in this, you have to test the patience and even the most dedicated traders and analysis, especially when the when the drops are really low. It's very hard to invest when Bitcoin drops so low because people get scared, and you're putting your money into something that's going down, but that's how you have to do it. That's how you can make the most money. And that's what the whales do. The biggest investors in Bitcoin, they buy the dips. Here, let me show you. Let's look at the daily chart. As you can see, another thing, lately there's less volume. See, here's the volume, the amount of money that's going into Bitcoin, and lately it's going down. But I don't pay too much attention to the volume levels. But yeah, it is going down. But if you take a look, we zoom in here some. If you take a look, zoom in a little more. Whenever Bitcoin makes a dip, there's a lot of volume. A lot of people buy in. See this dip here? The volume rises on this dip. The same thing here. The same thing here on this dip. There's a lot of volume, a lot of people buying. Here too, this is very clear. Here's a big dip. This is the lowest point that Bitcoin got. And look at all this money coming in. Millions and millions and millions of dollars going into Bitcoin at the lowest part, at the lowest level Bitcoin was at, is when more people were buying. Or more people, or less people, but more money coming in. And I think these are the whales. These are big company, big investors that are buying millions of dollars of Bitcoin on these drops. The little investors, they don't do that. Little investors, I can see by comments in YouTube channels and in Facebook and Facebook groups. Small investors, they buy in. They buy in when Bitcoin starts looking good again. They say, "Oh, good, it's breaking this resistance. I'm gonna buy in now. Looks like Bitcoin's gonna rise." And then what happens? Then Bitcoin drops. Right? What do the big investors do? People that know what they're doing. They wait for the drop. Bitcoin's at its lowest point. They buy in here. And then what happens? Bitcoin goes up. Even today, that Bitcoin's been a drop, they're still in profit because they bought in low, and a lot. They bought in a lot, millions of dollars at the lowest point, so they're already in profit even on a bad day like today. And so what this strategy is that you buy in on all the drops. So let's say, for example, you have $10,000 to invest, and say you want to, so you'll split it up. You'll say, okay, buy in here at this drop, 1,000 here, another 1,000 here, so 2,000, 3,000. Now I know you're not going to buy exactly at the lowest point, but more or less in this area. So 3,000. So you buy in again here, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. So you buy 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000. Okay? So right now, where we're at right now, you would already be in profit from when you bought in here, from when you bought in here, and most likely here too. And you'd be in profit from here and about break even here. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, $6,000 of your 10,000 that you have invested, so more than half of what you have invested, you would be in profit, and you would be losing money on these four investment buys that you bought in here, you'd be in negative. But since you bought in on all these low prices, once Bitcoin gets up to about here, once it breaks this resistance here and it breaks 40,000 and it starts going up, once it breaks here, it should skyrocket. Once it breaks here, you will be in profit. All these buys in here, this $4,000 here, all the profit that you'd be making from all the buy-ins you did here would compensate this, and you'd be in profit. And then once Bitcoin, in several months from now, is up here at the maximums, you would have a lot of profit because all this money here that you bought into would be double. So the $6,000 here would be 12,000 once you're up here. 12,000 plus you'd be in profit of everything you bought in here. So you'd have really good profit if you bought in. What do most people do? They do the opposite. When it's low, they say, "Oh no, it might go down. Bitcoin is doing really bad. Let's wait for it to go up." And then once it starts going up, they buy. And then it goes down. "Oh no, Bitcoin's doing really bad. Maybe I should sell." They sell it. And Bitcoin starts going back up again. They say, "Wow, Bitcoin's going to the moon. Okay, I'll buy in right here." And then Bitcoin starts going down, and they get scared and they sell it, or they sell part of it. And then once it starts going up again, and then they'll buy back in. And then what will happen right after that? Then Bitcoin will crash. And then people, they'll lose a lot of money, and then they'll say, "Okay, I don't want to invest in Bitcoin anymore because it's too volatile, it's too risky." And no, it's just because you have to follow this method. This is the best method, and this is the method that I'll be showing you on this channel. This is the method I use. This is what you should use. This is what the whales use. This is what all the big investors use. And about the dollar cost average. So on this example, I showed you, here, let's make this bigger. I showed you how you took those 10,000, for example, that you have, that you want to invest in. Instead of doing 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, split it up in 1,000. What you do is when Bitcoin makes a big drop, you invest more, and when it's a smaller drop, less. So like, here's a big drop. Here you would invest more, like maybe 2,000 here, 1,000 here. Since it made a small drop here, maybe you only invest like $100 or 200. It's the small drop. Here, huge drop, so you invest a little more, like maybe 1,000. Here, a humongous drop, so maybe put in like 3,000 here. And so you'd have the majority of your money invested on the big drops and less money invested on the smaller drops. So then that way you can make even more profit. So that's the strategy. That's the strategy that I show on this channel. Every day we'll be looking at what Bitcoin should be doing, so you know if it's a good day to invest and if you should be investing a small amount of money or a large amount of money. That's the strategy. So now let's take a look at what Bitcoin should be doing in the next several days from now. Let's zoom in here a little more. All right, so today Bitcoin should be in this area here, which we said. And for the next several days, here we can go ahead. We don't need this resistance line anymore. This is old. Take this off. So for the next several days, looks like we can be anywhere inside here. I don't think we'll be in here for too long, but anywhere in here would be the normal thing. And as soon as Bitcoin breaks out of this channel, up or down, I would say there's more chance of Bitcoin breaking up than breaking down. So once Bitcoin breaks out, maybe we'll do something like this. Maybe tomorrow like this, and then break out. Once we break out, then this channel will be over with. And we'll have to hit this resistance again, and let's see if this time we can finally get out. We tried here and we tried here, so hopefully we'll be able to break it, and then we'll be in between these two resistance lines here. When that happens, then we have to break out of here to finally, this is the most important resistance line here. Once we break 40,000, then that is when this whole situation that we're in right now, that we've been in for a long time now, Bitcoin has been on the floor. Once we break here, once we break 40,000, then we'll be off the floor. Bitcoin will get off the floor, and then Bitcoin should start skyrocketing. So a little patience. Bitcoin's going down again today. We're back into this, what seems to be, I mean, it's only one day. It seems to be back into a short-term bearish trend, but it should not last long. I don't see any bad news about Bitcoin in the news. Only good news. So anytime now, Bitcoin should break out of here, hit this resistance line again, break it, attack this next resistance line to then hit 40,000. And the goal is this month in July to hit 40,000 and break it. And like I said in other videos, I'll give it the whole month to do it, but I have a feeling in a week or two from now we'll already be up here at this level to try and break it. So that's why every day I do analysis, because every day Bitcoin can change a lot. I mean, yesterday we were here at 36,000, and now we dropped down to 34,000. So Bitcoin every day can fluctuate a lot, but you have to look at the long term. Well, mid to long term. Mid to long term, we'll be doing. We're going. Bitcoin is bullish in the long term. It's going. This is the trend, more or less. This is somewhat of a channel, which I could. Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's forming a new bullish channel going up. So as long as Bitcoin doesn't go down anymore, if it hits here, it starts going up again, then we can make a new channel, and you see how Bitcoin should start going back up again, starting tomorrow, I would say. So that's it for Bitcoin. Nothing major happens. I'll see you tomorrow on the next analysis. Make sure you give me a like if you found this video useful, interesting, and hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on what Bitcoin is doing, so you don't miss out on any important information. And see you tomorrow on the next video.